Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing Nearly Consecutive Differences. I appreciate the full title is not there on the thumbnail, but I just wanted to keep it restricted to a single line. Now, today's puzzle is the first puzzle ever from David H. or David Henderson. Now, I don't think any of you are going to be familiar with the constructor, but you are going to be familiar with the individual. So David H. also has a handle of psiphiorg. This is with a P, by the way. So PSI, PHI org, which you will see he often comments on this channel's particular puzzles. So in his own words, after years of essentially playing Sudoku, he decided to give a go at construction. So really excited to be actually featuring his first puzzle. Now, he's already posted it on Logic Masters Germany, and he's already got a 90% rating. So fantastic and job well done that your first puzzle ever is already at 90% plus. He does have a second puzzle already constructed that is a 2-star difficulty rating, which I don't think is appropriate to feature on a Monday morning. But if you guys enjoy this particular puzzle, expect me to feature the second one sometime on a weekend. Anyway, let's take a look at today's puzzle and rule set with Nearly Consecutive Differences by David H. I should have mentioned it's a 6x6 Sudoku. So when it says standard Sudoku rules apply, it means place the digits 1 to 6 once each in every row, every column of course, and in every 2x3 box. We've got purple renban line, so it contains a non-repeating set of consecutive digits. So for example, these 4 cells could be 1, 2, 3, 4, could be 2, 3, 4, 5. The important thing is that I can't skip digits, so 2, 3, 4, 6 doesn't work because they're no longer consecutive, and I can't repeat digits. So these 2 cells, although they're in different rows, columns, and boxes, it may seem like they could be a double 2, but they cannot be. Then we have clues outside the cage give the sum of the digits along the indicated diagonal, which may include repeat digits if allowed by other rules. So you're going to be familiar with some of these rules as Little Killer. Essentially, these 4 cells need to add up to 10, which is kind of indicating this diagonal, and you can repeat digits on it. That is going to be allowed, especially since they're in different rows, columns, boxes, and not always on a renban either. So, as always, to play along, link in the description down below for you to do so. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. And I am sure you've already noticed a few things, such as the 8 is pointing towards a 3-cell diagonal. A 3-cell diagonal on a renban means that there are no repeats, so this is either 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 5 doesn't work because apparently this cell would have to be both 3 and 4, so that is definitely not true. This is 1, 3, 4. This is our first digit with a definite 2. Can I do the same thing here with a 13 and this 13? This 13 is actually quite interesting, isn't it? I'm sure a lot of them are actually quite interesting. Let's have a think. Right, let's do this 13 first because it's 4 cells, meaning it's an average of 3. Now, if I don't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the minimum, which looks like it's too big, that's 14. So I have to have a 1, then I have to have 3 more digits to add up to 12, and I think this is entirely forced. Essentially, I am missing 2 digits from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that must add up to 8. Did that make sense? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a triangular number. If you add them all up, that's 21. The difference between 13 and 21 is 8. I need 2 digits to add up to 8. Well, it's not 1, 7. It's not 2, 6. Well, it could be 2, 6. What's wrong with 3, 5? What's wrong with 3, 5 is that this would have to be both 3 and 5, given I have 1 and 6 on here. So that definitely doesn't work. Right, okay. So this is indeed 1, 3, 4, 5, and again, another 2, because I need these to be consecutive. Right, 2, 2, another 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need a 2 on this renban. Can't be these 2 cells because of this 2. Can't be these 3 cells because of this 2. Here is my kind of last 2. Right, I say last 2, I mean we've got Actually, we can finish twos. 2, 2, 2, and 2. Excellent. Right, I've got 4 cells now. Excuse me. Let me try this again. I've got the following cells, 5 of them, that add up to 13. Minus the 2 2s, so minus the 4, they need to add up to 9 in these 3 cells. So these 3 cells, which cannot include a 2 and cannot repeat because they are on the renban. So to get to 9, obviously there are 3 ways of doing this in 3 cells. 1, 2, 6 doesn't work because I'd repeat the 2. 1, 3, 5, I really didn't mean to do that. And then 2, 3, 4. Now, neither of these is going to work because it requires a 2 and that would repeat it on this renban. So that doesn't work. Obviously, Sudoku won't allow it. So these 3 cells are 1, 3, 5. These 2 cells are 4 and 6. I think so far that all makes sense, doesn't it? Because I need to have the digits 1 to 6 once each. Actually, the 10 is probably going to be useful. One thing actually I'm going to do quickly, excuse me. Once I've kind of used up the little killer clue, it's sometimes useful to just knock them out. They're kind of not adding much more value at this point. The 10 now, I've got 4. So these 2 cells have to add up to 6 plus the 4 to get to 10. So 1 with a 5 works. 3, as in double 3, works, doesn't it? 2, 4 doesn't, because that would require it to be a 2. So that can't be a 4. So this is 1 or 3. Am I doing this right? I think I am doing this right. So 1, 3, and 5 adds up to 9, 11, 13. This is correct. This cell, because it sees both 4 and 6, can't be 4. You see, I'm just sort of double checking myself because this was all going smoothly well, and then suddenly got like quite tough because I'm just looking around thinking, well, where's my next digit? And I'm not necessarily seeing it. One thing I could do, I'm like trying to avoid doing it, I emphasize, is start to color some of these cells. Is that really necessary? I've got 1, 3, 5 triple, so that is another 4 or 6. This 4, 6 and this 4, 6 are the same, meaning there's another one in them of them in here. Yeah, they're the same, so that I can't remove a 4 from here. Huh. There must be something more obvious I'm missing. One of these is a 4, meaning this is definitely not a 4, meaning there's definitely a 4 in one of these 2 cells, which is, again, not a lot to go on. I mean, this cell can't be 1 because it sees all of these. In fact, it's not 1, 3, or 4, or 2. This is 5 or 6. Huh. I mean, if I can resolve the 1, 5 or double 3 thing that's going on here, I think that would help me move forward quite a bit, won't it? I'm just kind of surprised that it's having to come down to coloring. You don't expect it from a 6x6 puzzle. Kind of think it'll, I mean, given how smoothly it's been going, but how about stop talking, start coloring? I mean, that just feels like the most appropriate thing. Just go for it. So purple, blue, green. I'm going to ignore the 2s. I don't really need them. Yellow, red. mean, like, I think I'm forced to do this at this point. So this is purple as an example because it's not blue or green and it's 135. And therefore this is blue, and blue can't be a 1, mind you now, because, I mean, we've got that. Interesting. And then this is essentially yellow or purple. Hang on. Try that again. We need purple in here in this row. This is not purple. This is not purple. So this is the only purple, meaning this is another 135. We need green and yellow in here. So one of these is green, one of these is yellow. I actually cannot tell which one it is, green, yellow. We did say this could be a double blue or different colors. So if this is 1, 5, that would be 3. So my options are either this is blue because it's double 3, or it's 1, 5 and this is the 3, in which case this would have to be purple. Now, both options seemingly right now are valid. That's kind of what we're trying to resolve here. And Sudoku says this purple / blue, well, it's none of these cells. It can only be in here. So this is 1 or 3 and it's purple / blue. Interesting. And then it's not here and it's in one of these 2 cells. Because, you know, Sudoku, it's one of these 2. Fascinating puzzle. Right, so this cell is clearly not red or yellow. So it has to be from 135. And it's not green, it is purple or blue. And this is therefore my 4, 6. And this is therefore my 4, 6, my yellow 4, 6, I should say. Fascinating. This is red, we've already established. I really wasn't expecting to be coloring today. It's taken me a bit by surprise, actually. Now the challenge is one of these is red, one of these is green. Both seem to work. These 2 are the same, it's not helpful. These 2 are definitely different, implying that it's down on this side. Am I overcomplicating this? I mean, like, I'm not getting this. How did it become so much harder? Right, so 1, 3, 4, 5, let's just think about that for a second, has to have, because I'm not using the renbans, I think that's the mistake I'm making. It's definitely the mistake I am making. So let's think about this renban. This renban has 1, 3, and 5. So essentially I need to have blue, purple, and green on there. This is the purple. So I need to have blue, green, and 1 of red or yellow. Now this is clearly not blue. If this is a double blue, then this would be blue. Okay, and then this would be purple. That's fine. I don't know, like I feel like I'm making a right mess of this now. I don't have to have... So on this renban, let's try that. I need to have 2 of purple, blue, and green. So the purple blue is not here or there. That makes sense. So one of them is on here, and then the second one is definitely green. So green can't possibly be 5. It is 1 or 3. Meaning this cell, it is definitely a 5. 1, 3 pair. And this is blue purple. So it still works, doesn't it? Double 3 would make these both blue. Purple would become 5. Green would be 1. The other option is 1, 5, in which case blue would be 5, purple would be 1, and that's still working. I'm confusing myself now, I really am. And green has to be on here. It's essentially the other 1, 3 is on here, plus 1 of yellow or red. Now we know that this is not yellow and this is not red. Okay. Have I really used all the renbans? So this one, like I think I've used to death now. This one I've thought a lot about. This one, I think that's kind of what I need to do now is I need to have all 3 colors. That's the emphasis on this one. And then 1 of the reds or yellows. Challenge is, this could be red. Otherwise I would have said, well, there's definitely yellow, it's not red. And then it would just give me... Let's think about this. No purples, no purples. I mean, purple is in 1 of 2, 1 of 2, 1 of 2. It's not helping. Blue. Which is not here or there, is essentially 1 of these 2 cells. How am I making this look so difficult? What am I missing? It's probably going to be Sudoku, such as, where's 6 in row 3? Bit embarrassing. 6, 4, not 4, is 4. That's yellow. That's not, because obviously we had to have yellow on this renban. So this is another, this has to be green now, because it's not blue. All right. Yeah, so that's green. We've established 1 of these is red. I mean, we'll come back to that. Green, red. Don't know. 1-3 pair. This is 5-6. This is, of course, the 4. This is not 4 or 5 because it's green. That's yellow. That's 4. That's 4. Not 4. So it's one of 1-3 5. It's not 5. This is a 1-3 pair. So one of these is green, one of them is the other blue something. This is 4-5. One, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. This could still has options. Five, 1, 3, double 3, 1. Sorry, 5, 1, 3. Make this 1. 5, 1, 3. Yeah. Double 3 would make this 1, would make this 5. So purple is never 3. One, 3, 5 gives me 6 down here. 1, 3, 5 tells me that's my 4. I haven't got it anywhere else. My 4, my 5. Don't know why I'm bothering with the colors. 1, 3. This is another 1, 3, 5. Because I've got one of each. This has to be blue. That is not blue. That's purple. That is not purple. They are the same. Blue is a 3. Like my brain must have just fallen asleep or something. I don't understand what I've done. And 3 for the finish. Fantastic puzzle. Why did it take me so long to see this? I don't think it required 20 minutes to solve, but sorry, psiphiorg. I mean, like, I'm not sure I've showed off the puzzle in the best possible light, but it's a fantastic puzzle. It's, I mean, definitely, for me at least, it was clearly harder than I thought it would be, because with the renbans, you get this very quickly, quite a lot of it, but then for some reason, determining what each one was, I really struggled with that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the puzzle and the video. Do comment down below and let me know if I should be featuring the second puzzle. The second one, it's got a very similar name, so I'm imagining we're expecting something not too dissimilar from what we featured today. Hope to see you back soon. Bye-bye for now.